fire marshal just before we started, because of the size of the crowd, they wanted, in case there was an emergency, they wanted sort of an organized way to exit. So what they've set up so that we can go about half and half with the crowd is that anybody who is not running for governor would exit through the back door there, and the other half would exit through this door. Also, those of you that are planning for your weekly TV viewing, we need to announce that this Thursday and Friday, Senator Barrasso will not be appearing on Fox News. Got those out of the way? Well, I read the paper when I got here last night, and here I was on the front page, and I thought, gosh, I wish Mom was still alive so that she could see this, until I looked a little closer, and it said that Liz Cheney was scheduled to speak, but she canceled. And taking her place was Cynthia Lummis, who then canceled. And I don't know how many other people were asked before me, but coming in tonight, I heard John Patton say to someone, no, you don't understand. I didn't say, couldn't you find someone else? I said, couldn't you find anyone else? So it's a humbling experience being here. You know, I was ready for some warm, sensitive words, and so Senator Burns told me, Max, let me put it this way, you were not the pick of the litter. It's been that kind of week, though. Earlier in the week, I was getting ready to give a talk. You know, you get up and you never know if the mic's working right or if anything's going right, so you tap the mic and say, you know, can you hear me, 1, 2, 3, and all that. And I got up and I said, you know, can everybody hear me? And someone in the back raised their hand and said, can't hear hardly a word you're saying. So the whole front row went back to sit with them. Then coming up here, my wife was ill tonight. She became ill this afternoon, couldn't come. My daughter Greta is with me. One of the main reasons I really enjoy coming to Sheridan is Greta and my granddaughter. If you want to see some pictures, we'll be having a slideshow afterwards. But as I stopped at this restaurant, we decided, well, let's start seeing how things are shaping up for our race for re-election. And walked up to the first person I saw and said, hi, I'm Maxfield. Would you vote for me for Secretary of State? And he said, oh, heck yes, anything's better than what we have now. So it goes. When I thought about tonight's dinner being a Ronald Reagan event, I thought how different our country would be from Main Street to Wall Street to our nation's capital if Ronald Reagan was still at the helm. It seems appropriate tonight to share some of his words, not knowing that there was going to be a film before I spoke. Those of you that have heard Ronald Reagan know that from his earliest days as a public speaker to his final days in the public eye, Ronald Reagan never made a speech that didn't invoke America's greatness. Often anecdotal, the speeches covered a number of topics. The economy, the Soviets were two of his favorites. But constant in his talk was America as a shining city on the hill, and its promise, as well as its people being boundless. You have a rendezvous with destiny. We will preserve our children this, the last best hope of man on earth, or we will sentence them to take the first step into 1,000 years of darkness if we fail. At least let our children and our children's children say of us, we justified our brief moment here. We did all that we could have done. He said that welfare's purpose should be to eliminate as far as possible the need for its own existence. From his first inaugural address, he said, "It's not my intention to do away with government. It is rather to make it work. To work with us, not over us. To stand by our side, not to ride on our back. Government can and must provide opportunity, not smother it. Foster productivity, not stifle it. This administration's objective will be a healthy, vigorous, growing economy." In the summer of 1981, he said, "I hope the people on Wall Street will pay attention to the people on Main Street. If they do, they will see a rising tide of confidence in the future of America." On our armed forces, he spoke on D-Day in 1984. "We will always remember. We will always be proud. We will always stand. We will always be prepared, that we may always be free." In January 11th of 1989, in his farewell address to the nation, he said, "I've spoken of the shining city all my life, and how stands that city on this winter night? After 200 years, 2 centuries, she still stands strong and true to the granite ridge, and her glow has held no matter what the storm, and she's still a beacon, still a magnet for all who must have freedom, for all the pilgrims from all the lost places who are hurtling through the darkness towards home." God bless Ronald Reagan's legacy to this country, and God bless America. Thank you.